And man, I just got to go off the script here and say this is going to be a lot of fun the next few years. So yeah, how about a big woo shock woo? Woo, hey, there you go. So before we get started today, I do want to announce we have several guests with us who are going to speak. And first and foremost, obviously, we're here to make a big, ginormous sporting announcement, and I'm going to leave it at that until we get through our speakers. I want to acknowledge Mayor Carl Brewer here this afternoon. Mr. Bob Hansen from the Greater Wichita Area Sports Commission. Susie Santo from Go Wichita. John Brewer from Wichita State. And Ron Holt from Sedgwick County, building owner. So I'm going to turn things over so we can get started. I'm going to turn things over to Mr. John Brewer from Wichita State University.
Thank you, AJ. Good afternoon to all of you. Appreciate you all being here to join us today for this exciting announcement. On behalf of Wichita State University and the Missouri Valley Conference, I have the privilege to announce that Wichita has been selected to host the 2018 NCAA Men's Basketball Championships first and second round to be played right here in Intrust Bank Arena. We're honored and humbled at Wichita State that the committee has recognized us for our successful hosting of the NCAA Women's Basketball first and second rounds in 2011, the NCAA Men's Golf Championship earlier this year, and the NCAA Baseball Tournament event multiple times, most recently in 2007. We're also very proud to acknowledge the role played by the accomplishments of our Shockers, which this community is so supportive of. Those accomplishments are, of course, highlighted by men's basketball's Final Four run in 2013 and an historical year in 2014. Here to further discuss the community's engagement with this event from Sedgwick County, who is the owner of Intrust Bank Arena, Assistant County Manager Ron Holt.
Thank you, John, and good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of Chairman Unruh and the Board of County Commissioners, I'd just like to say this is another significant milestone with respect to the success of the arena. Sedgwick County is just thrilled to hear that we've been chosen to host another NCAA tournament. The last time was 1994 at the Kansas Coliseum. We're confident that our group will provide the young athletes from the visiting teams an experience in a world-class venue. Fans can expect to be wowed not only by the Intrust Bank Arena and its amenities, but also by the friendly welcome they will get, very sure, from our community. There's a lot of hard work ahead as we prepare for the tournament in 2018, but we embrace the opportunity to showcase Wichita, Sedgwick County, South Central Kansas, and the Intrust Bank Arena. Now I'd like to ask Mayor Carl Brewer to come and have some words.
Wichita's selection as the host city for the NCAA March Madness Tournament is a great win for our great city. The March Madness Tournament is a marquee sporting event followed for weeks across the globe, and this honor will produce us and provide us with an opportunity to showcase Wichita, its residents, hospitality, and many other attractions here. We will showcase our city from the welcome at the new airport terminal to the heart of our city, downtown. The city's 100% behind this, and we encourage residents to get involved and support this event so that we can position ourselves to host many NCAA tournaments in the future. Just one more reason to be proud of the city of Wichita. Go Shockers.
Thank you, Mayor Brewer. What a day this is. On behalf of the Greater Wichita Area Sports Commission Board of Directors, I'm very pleased to be up here today. On October 20th, 1997, I took my position with the Sports Commission. The first week I was on the job, they told me to go to arena meeting. You can't believe that what this day means to me and all the other people who work so hard to get this arena, this beautiful arena, in place. After hundreds of meetings and countless hours, many people worked to get this arena constructed. As we all worked on the campaign, many meetings just like this, the one question was always asked: can we get an NCAA tournament? My reply was always, yes, we can. And there were doubters. There were people who said it wasn't big enough. You know, I told them all along that, you know, the requirement was 12,500, and then the NCAA lowered the requirement to 10,000. So we were in good shape there. But we built this beautiful world-class arena, and today our community is rewarded with the first NCAA first and second round since 1994, as Ron said. We have a great basketball community here in Wichita, and we showed we can host a first-class event as we did in 2011, as John said. We hosted a women's tournament. We had tremendous support from the community. I know we will receive that kind of support in 2018. That's 3.5 years from now. We have just demonstrated a passion for basketball and had very successful college games in this arena, with Wichita State and Kansas State hosting great games here. There will be many opportunities for fans to get involved, and we will, as we get closer to 2018. We will keep you updated on how the community can get involved and make this a very successful experience for all. I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you and congratulations to all the parties who have worked tirelessly to make this effort possible. We're very happy this day has arrived. I would now like to thank and introduce Susie Santo from Go Wichita. Susie.
Thanks, Bob. I am so excited to be a part of this announcement. In 2018, we are going to roll out the red carpet and welcome visitors with our unbeatable hospitality and our winning facilities. Wichita knows how to throw a party, and that's exactly what this is going to be during our 3-day Fan Fest celebration that will keep the excitement alive all weekend long. This is going to be a lot of fun, but it also has a big economic impact on our community. We estimate that this weekend-long event will have a $10 million economic impact. That's $10 million in direct spending in our community. As you can see, you can clap on that one. Yeah, you can. I saw you get ready. As you can see, this took a real team effort putting this winning bid. And I'd also like to thank, in addition to those partners that have already spoken before me, our hotels. Our hotels played a crucial role in getting this bid. So thank you so much to all the hotels that have participated. This is a big day. And this is a big-time win for Wichita, so we are just thrilled. And with that, I am going to turn it back to AJ to wrap it up.
I would like to acknowledge one other person that's had a lot of work to do with this, and I told him I was going to do this. Brad Pittman from Wichita State. If you could raise your hand. Brad has submitted this bid multiple times over the years. I remember being on a conference call with him and the NCAA the last time we submitted, and it's kind of a rigid process, and they don't let you say your name on those calls. So we were like number 300 and something, I think. And so that shows you how competitive these games are. And so we are extremely proud as a facility to be hosting this. This event is so much bigger than the four walls of this building. It's about this entire community, and it's a kudos to this entire community that we have received this bid in 2018. So again, I said it earlier, it's going to be fun, and it's going to be a blast. And we are excited to make this announcement today, March 15 through 18, 2018, the men's NCAA tournament. So with that, I'm going to open it up to questions. We obviously have one mic, so as a question pertains to a certain person, we'll just take turns coming up. If you have questions to ask, the floor is now open. Thank you again. Yes.
Do we know if Wichita State, when they make the tournament in 2018, would they be allowed to play here since it's not been held at Oakland?
Yeah, I can tell you they would not be allowed to play here because they are actually the host, along with the Missouri Valley. Wichita State wouldn't be able to play here because of that. Correct. Yep. Yes.
AJ, what kind of preparations, if any, does Intrust Bank Arena do in itself need to do to get ready for March 20?
So the question was, what kind of preparations does the arena need to make? I can tell you, we had a little bit of a visit from some guests from the NCAA a year or so back, and their quote at the end of the visit was, "This building is absolutely ready to go. You just got to compete for it." And so that's what we've done now. We've competed for it, we've gotten it, so we're ready to go.
The difference this time, you mentioned all the other times that we tried to get it here. What made the difference to get it this time?
Well, I would probably open this up to the rest of our guests, but I'll tell you a few things. The Missouri Valley coming on board as a co-host along with Wichita State is a big deal, and I think helped a lot. Obviously, we have the brand new airport coming on board in 2015. Again, a big thing. Susie mentioned the hotels. All 5 of the hotels that would be host hotels for the teams have been renovated in the last 2 years. So that's a big deal. And they asked for full service hotels. We now have more than we've ever had. We have 5. So a lot of those items, the community getting behind it, we're going to have a fan fest that Susie mentioned that's going to bring a lot of hype to it and just, again, create that experience. We talk about it a lot in our building, but this is going to be the community experience when the folks come in. So all of those things tied together. And if I missed anything, please let me know. Yes?
Which are the 5 hotels that you referenced?
The 5 hotels that I referenced are the Ambassador, the Hyatt, the Hilton.
Doubletree by Hilton, and the Holiday Inn Wichita East. The Drury is a host as well for the headquarters, and we also have the officials at the Courtyard by Marriott.
Yes.
I said it's not only for them to get the arena actually ready, but as far as the city, what preparations have going to make sure we have the ability to host as many people that actually come out to these games?
So the question was, how does the city get ready to host the amount of people that we're going to have for these games? You know, we just mentioned it with the hotels, but it's going to be everything from welcome banners when you come in the airport to welcome banners at the restaurants to transportation lined up. You know, there will obviously, we just got the announcement today, so there will be a lot of planning going on between now and in 2018. But those are just some of, there's a lot of details to go behind it. All the teams, I can tell you, need police escorts to and from the arena. And I think Bob said there's 88 total escorts that are needed, so obviously a lot of assistance from the police department and sheriff's department on that. So there's a lot of details. We'll iron them all out for sure, but those are some of them. Yes.
Are there any plans to get more bars and restaurants in the close vicinity around the arena from now to then?
I think that might be a little out of my realm, but I do know there's a lot of for sale signs around us, so I would say yes. I hope.
Can anybody answer that?
It's a good reason to.
I would hope, you know, this event is more than just an event. It was one of the reasons that this facility was even spoke about originally, and hopefully it can be a catalyst to do hopefully some development around the building, some of those types of projects. So, yes.
How many seats will be available? Also, when will tickets go on sale? And how many tickets have already been put on hold for sponsors if that's going to turn?
Well, I can tell you the capacity of the building is 15,004. And all the other questions are TBA. I don't know when tickets will go on sale, but we have 15,004 in the facility. Yes?
Do you have roughly any idea how many visitors the tournament itself?
The question was number of visitors that the tournament will bring in. I'm going to defer to go Wichita.
We've taken and looked at some estimates of the economic impact, but there's so much unknown at this point. As we get closer, it all really depends on which teams are in the tournament. Sure.
Yeah, again, the capacity is 15,004, but as far as the number of attendees at this tournament, this event, it's going to be determined a lot by the teams that are here and the teams that are represented. Obviously, teams that are further away sometimes bring less folks with them than some of the teams that might be closer, more centralized to our location.
Can you give us more detail on the process to get this, what changed from the first time? Can you fill that a little bit more?
So the question was some detail on the bid process and what's changed from last time. We spoke about many of them. I can tell you the process started back in the spring. This time around, the process actually started about, 6 years ago? But this time around, it started the end of last year and then the spring. The actual bid was submitted in August and then announcements today. Again, I spoke about most of the big changes, and those are the reasons that I think the difference between this bid and the last couple bids. Yes.
Can you just, I want to make sure I'm right on this. What's the minimum number of seats you had to have to be considered, and how many does the arena actually have?
So the current minimum is 10,000 seats.
Okay.
And so this time around, that's what the bid was based on. Previously, prior to this year, it was based on 12,500 seats. So they actually lowered the required capacity of the facilities. This facility has always had enough seats to host a tournament.
Which is
15,004.
15,004. Okay, great, thanks.
There's no chance that the NCAA can back out now. We had 3 years or 4 years, so.
As far as I know, we're in. I don't see that happening. Yes.
You talked about it a little bit, but how much of Wichita State's success with the basketball program has played into this?
I mean, it's a huge amount. If anybody who was able to see or hear some of the comments from the actual NCAA press conference today, the spokeswoman who was on the call on the conference, she alluded to it and spoke directly to it when mentioning Wichita. Hey, number one, we're glad to be in cities that we haven't been in since 1994. But in addition to that, the amount of interest that the Shockers have garnered going undefeated last year, the success over the last couple of years, the Final Four appearance, all of that stuff had a play in the decision, and it was all directly mentioned on the call today. Yes?
If we had had a successful result in hosting the NCAA Women's Tournament, would we be here today talking about this?
Well, the question was, did the NCAA Women's Tournament that we hosted a few years back help play into this? And I believe absolutely it did. We were, overall, there were 16 sites that year, and we were number 8 in attendance total, but we were number 1 in attendance for anybody that didn't have a team on site playing, like University of Connecticut hosted that year, and they played. So of all the neutral court hosts, we were number 1 in attendance. So that support that was orchestrated then by the city and the community definitely led to this successful bid today.
How much was bid, what were the promises made that led to the site being selected?
So the question is, what were the promises made that led to the selection, to us being selected as a site? Obviously, again, the NCAA has a pretty rigid bid process. We've been working with Brad and Wichita State and the Missouri Valley on going through that process through the last few months. There's several things that they require. As far as I know, we've met generally, as far as the building goes, we met every single one of them. And we did that in an effort to host the tournament.
But how much was the bid?
There wasn't a dollar amount associated with the bid. Yes.
Maybe you can talk about, but what exactly does it mean, be the host for Wichita State? Will you have people here working the event, or?
Basically, as the host, Wichita State is responsible for everything that happens inside and outside of the building. Now, with that said, we're going to rely on everybody in this room to help us with that situation. We will be, somebody from our area will be the tournament director that will have direct oversight, but we're going to work directly with AJ's crew on inside the facility. We're going to work directly with Susie and Bob and, go Wichita, the Sports Commission on hotels and the Fan Fest and all those things. Basically, it just means at the end of the day that we're responsible for what happens. So, but it's going to take a team effort from everybody.
And as exciting as it is it tough that your team won't actually get to be here playing?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the give and take you get with it. But at the end of the day, I think this is an important event for the city and something that we are excited to be a part of.
What's the Fan Fest like?
Susie? Yeah.
Sure, we've just started and we've been together.
Sure, the question was about Fan Fest, and AJ might want to talk a little bit about NCAA and how they've changed, and they're really looking for more of that experiential or that opportunity for the guests to really experience it. So we've put forth a Fan Fest. It'll be 2 to 3 days. It'll be the whole course of the event and keep that excitement alive. We also think of where we're positioned from Intrust Bank Arena over to Old Town, and everything going to be going down in Old Town. We've created this whole entertainment district that's going to just be basketball fever, if you will. So there'll be lots more. Think about it as games for the kids, food, drink, all of that in an area where fans can gather. Whether or not you're going to the game or not, it's a great place to come and feel the excitement.
Any more questions out there? Yes.
We will be actually working in some of the streets that we have that maybe no parking. We'll make those revisions to be able to accommodate and make sure that there's adequate parking for everyone.
All right, well, I would like to thank, we had some members from City Council. I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to say thank you to all of our staff here at Intrust Bank Arena and our SMG staff for all the work that they've put into this. I also want to thank all of our committee that's been planning this, Wichita State, Missouri Valley. It's a big win for the entire community, so congratulations to everybody in this room. Thank you for being here.